It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we're going to look here at Derrick Henry. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Ravens and the Browns on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come in riding high. Just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, Johnson. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Off the option, here's Henry. A solid stiff arm. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, 24 yards. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, I think Josh Norman can sympathize. He knows a little something about a run like this from Derrick Henry. I mean, that stiff arm might be the best in the business.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We'll see that Josh Norman play forever and ever, won't we? Because at Derrick Henry's size, 6'3", nearly 250, you know he's not shying away from contact. And here he just kept the defender at arm's length as he barreled his way into the end zone. I mean, just put that arm into the chest, and there he goes.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And here are the Browns for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Being chased out left. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. On the return, Hardy. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Johnson throwing to start the drive. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Off play action. Johnson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. In motion is Hardy. Running left, it's Henry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Deontay Hardy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Browns offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Chubb will get the call running left. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adafe Owe. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. Following that that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now Madden, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A 93-yard kickoff return. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 is successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, some strong running. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 3. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This one into the hands of Aguilar. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 43 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And make them 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Drops it off for Chubb. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now it's Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start with one of the toughest rivalries of this or any other week. Pittsburgh playing host to Cincinnati in the AFC North. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Tank Dell, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. J.J. McCarthy, a touchdown pass in that first half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they'd built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal? In the case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing after the interception. Johnson.
Looking deep here for Flowers.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Mark Andrews, 70 yards. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because this is something I thought would be out the game by now. But sometimes these head coaches and special teams coordinators, they just can't help themselves. It's a fake extra point, but sure enough, it winds up working out for 2 points.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense. To the right side and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD,
they some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well. And
at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
39 yards.
And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this, but to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, Karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Browns offense and their quarterback Deshaun Watson set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Now 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Johnson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Zay Flowers
with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets in. When no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
And that flag accepted. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 40. They'll set up a throw.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Watson.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Moore, the motion man. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Cleveland.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The offense on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And some room to work. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Winston. Shakes off the sack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Watson now from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brings up third down and 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Oh, good move.
Oh, that's
what an effort. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Johnson, off play action. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He completes it. They've got a first down. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Ravens look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Malik Harrison from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Hardy set to return. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Baltimore,
they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Cleveland,
Madden football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Ravens, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 69 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
If we had $1 for every time we heard a team talk about explosive plays and how valuable they are, we probably wouldn't have to work very much. And we just saw a big one there. And then they tried to go explosive again, going for 2.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
You know, I'm all about getting points, and if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for 2, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. So nothing doing there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Stays on his feet. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Deontay Hardy deep for Baltimore. Fielded just inside the 20. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They go play action with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Henry running right. There's the stiff arm. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down.
At the 13-yard line.
In motion is Hardy. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it at the 42. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. 58 yards, the distance covered on the punt return. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. He may go. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. That's caught, and this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
63 yards on a punt return score. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Well, if you're into cheesy movies, you would title this one A Half to Remember, wouldn't you? His 2nd return touchdown of the game.
What if I'm not into cheesy movies?
Well, go ahead and get into it, man, because I just did it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2, unsuccessful.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And here's Matt Ariza now.
This is taken at the 15.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Steps away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And just shutting him off there. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This from 44. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The trick play works. He's got the first. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Josh Allen, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their running back Isaiah Pacheco getting set for this next possession. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. but we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
To throw is Jackson.
A check down here for Henry.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Flowers going to go in motion right.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 35 yards.
And the Ravens just continue to roll.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Nnamdi Madubuike
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. And he's gonna go down again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. On the return, Hardy. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The home team's offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again.
Jackson now.
And as we show you some of the highlights from
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Touchdown! Nelson Aguilar with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Mahomes now to throw. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Again, it's Henry.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Tucker now to add the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
This 2nd and 4.
Now Mahomes.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Roquan Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Trenton Simpson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He finds some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. A 1st down carry for Henry. Powerful running. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.